guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Morgan. So hi guys, welcome back. Today we are going to be going over 5 books that I believe will help you get out of your reading slump. And now the funniest thing about this situation is right now I am currently in a reading slump. I am currently reading If We Were Villains, but I swear it's not bad. It's not even bad. It's just I'm not a thriller reader, so it's kind of been hard for me to like be in the mood to pick up that book. And currently that is the only book I am reading. So after I give you guys recommendations, please give me recommendations. Okay, so we're gonna start off. I have 5 books for you today, and all of these books I gave 5 stars. Like, I'm obsessed with these books. Okay, so the first book I have for you is My Sister's Keeper. Oh, guys, if you've never heard of this book, I'm about to give you an awakening. Okay, I'm about to awaken you up. Just stay with me. Okay, so My Sister's Keeper is by Jodi Picoult. I love her as an author. So this book, let me give you a quick little synopsis. So we have our main character. Her name is Anna, and Anna has an older sister, Kate. Now, Kate was born with leukemia, and Kate's parents were told that if she could find a blood marrow transplant match that could like save her and help her get better, they could not find a bone marrow match. And so Anna's parents decided to have another baby for the sole purpose of that baby saving Kate. Now, it's like a lot of, you know, genetics that go into that. So it's like they have to get like multiple embryos, and then the doctor has to look at those embryos and decide, okay, hey, she's a match for your current daughter. So if you have this baby, we can use the new baby's parts for Kate. And so that is kind of what this book is about. In this book, Anna is 13, and she constantly goes through surgeries, transfusions, shots. She's in the hospital for almost, you know, most of her life. She's in the hospital to help her older sister. And Anna decides she is done. She's done having no control and not having like control of her own body and her own freedom. And so she decides to sue her parents for custody over her own body. Yeah, take all of that in. It's just so good. I am a sucker for drama, philosophical questions. Like, if you pose philosophical questions in your book, I am gonna eat that shit up, because I just love having to truly think deeply and morally about issues, and this is the book for you if you are into that. Like I said, I loved it. I gave it 5 stars. It is genuinely perfection. Like, that's all I can say, is it is perfection. Now, the second book I have for you is actually part of a book series. It is the Chaos Walking trilogy. Of course, the first book is called The Knife of Never Letting Go. This is another book, whole book series. I gave 5 stars. If you guys have heard of this, it's probably because you know the movie. If you have seen the movie, then I am very sorry, because that movie was trash. I have to say, I do believe Tom Holland was a good cast. Like, he was a good person to play the main character, but like everybody else was kind of what's happening right now. But if you've seen that movie, please try to delete that information from your mind and come in this with like a complete blank. So The Knife of Never Letting Go is a story about a kid named Todd. Now, we are kind of in this world that doesn't exist. So Todd he lives in a community, in a town, and in the town there are only men. So there are no women in the town. Todd at this point has never even seen a woman, never met a woman. Women don't even exist in his mind. And also, the men can hear each other's thoughts. So like your inner thoughts, whatever you're saying in your head, everybody else in the town can hear it. it can see it. It's almost like a projection of images to kind of illustrate what you're thinking in your mind. So it has like images and you know, your thoughts that you're thinking internally. Other people can hear you. And all of a sudden Todd finds a girl, and it's like, oh my God, this is crazy, what's going on? And just to kind of build up the book, this happens in the very beginning, but like he finds this girl and he like tells his parents, and then he has to go on the run. Like there are a lot of secrets and a lot of lies that he's been told, and it is just such a good fucking book. Like if you are into adventure, like it's just so great. It's a trilogy. Every book was great. Gave every book 5 stars. Loved it. But yeah, it's definitely such a great book. The third book I have for you is called When True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Now, this book I actually just recently read, maybe 2 weeks ago. Reading vlog right up here. Gave it 5 stars. It was so good. So this book is about a woman named Emma, and Emma has a husband named Jesse. Now Jesse goes on a trip. He goes on a helicopter, and the helicopter crashes. His body was never found, but he is presumed dead. Now Emma has to move on with her life, try to pick up the pieces and continue on. A couple years go by. She meets someone else, she falls in love, and she gets engaged. So now she is currently engaged to a man named Sam, pretty sure. And so at this point, she's in love, she's happy, she's with Sam. She gets a phone call and she's like, hello? And they're like, yeah, your husband, Jesse, he's alive. And so this book kind of, it really just encapsulates her trying to figure out who she is gonna now choose, her husband who came back from the dead or her current fiance. And so she has to figure out what she wants, who she is, and she has to make that decision and break hearts. And it is just chef's kiss. It is so good, and it's such a fast read that you'll just speed through it. You'll speed through it. Okay, so my fourth recommendation is The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. This is also a book by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I have recently become obsessed with this woman. The first book I read by her was 7 Husbands, and this was about 3 weeks ago. It was amazing. It was just so good. It was so good. I gave it 5 stars. So this book is about our main character, Evelyn. Now, Evelyn was a very popular, famous actress in the 1950s. And so this book is kind of focused on Monique, who is like a journalist, and Monique goes over to Evelyn's house and they're kind of having like a tell-all kind of book. And so Monique is like interviewing her, like, okay, tell me about your life. And Evelyn is kind of laying it all out. And it is so good. It is so juicy and so depressing, and it's just like crazy. And then there's this big like question mark because Evelyn brought Monique in for a reason. They are connected somehow, and I swear to you, I tried my best to guess how they were connected and I couldn't get it. And when I found out what it was so good. She's just so good. Goodness gracious. Okay. The very last book I have to recommend is I'm Glad My Mom Died. Now, I will say that I also gave this 5 stars. I do not read nonfiction books often. I really don't. So when I saw this book and I saw it came out, I was like, oh, what is this about? Because obviously I watched iCarly. I know who Jeanette is. And so just reading that title was so like weird and like off-putting that I just had to know what was going on. And in it, it's a biography, and Jeanette really just kind of talks about and tries to get you in her own mind of how she was when she was a child. It of course goes through her life, her acting career, how it began, and her mother, how her mother was just not a great person and her mom was just not a good mom. You know what I mean? Like all the good qualities you'd want out of your mother, she wasn't giving. I actually listened to this book on audiobook completely. That's how I recommend it, because Jeanette is voicing it, and it is just so good and so depressing to hear it. You know, you can see actors on screen and really, you know, enjoy their acting or just like them as actors, but you don't really know them. And so it was very, very interesting to truly get a behind the scenes on her life and how different it was from the character she was portraying on iCarly. Those are my 5 recommendations of books that you need to pick up if you are currently in a reading slump. I swear to you, I swear by these books. I swear by them. But like I said, guys, if you have any recommendations for me, I will take them, because I am currently in a reading slump. I need to pick something up. Help me. But thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day.